a late start today. I had to go to the store and get some shoes because the shoes of the D baby was left in another car. It's too far for me to go get them, so I had to go buy her new shoes. But anyway, I was just thinking on this energy of like these entities and these individuals and these beings or whatever that's been created in the likeness of God. These females that they're trying to build in the Build a Being workshop, still in the vitality and the energy and the essence, just like the dark crystal from the chosen ones. And then they're lifting up these idols in front of people and having people idolize and worship these people by mocking and surveilling and messing with your algorithms and messing with your money and the way that you make money, preventing and stunting growth so people are not able to move forward, even blocking people's journeys in order for them to progress or grow. Some of you are gifted and you don't even know how to use these gifts because it was the whole plan of these people at some point. I think it's like the 80s, late 70s and early 80s, maybe, that they've done this to. It's like hiding your secrets, and these people know who you are, and they are probably these other extraterrestrial or other entities are. It seems to be like they are creating, or I don't want to say procreating, but yeah, kind of like that word. We could probably use that with you, and then taking the essence of you and forming these children and placing these children with mothers and fathers in high society and elevated statuses, and then degrading and killing off or sacrificing the mothers. I don't know why I feel like there's a presence of a living God energy or a very powerful masculine energy that has grown up in some type of mystic. I don't know. I mean, I feel like we're dealing with shamans and mystics and all this and witches and everything like this. Some of us may be them too, but we don't operate or we don't know. It's almost like so that you won't be able to know how to combat or to protect yourself against these entities. Separate the fact that there's good witches and bad witches, and the point is that again, I feel like anything that has to do with protection or anything that has to do with blocking someone or binding someone to the pit or putting someone at the bottom of the wheel is my will. It's God's will or Ezekiel's will. There's nothing that I don't say. There's nothing that I say on my platform that I don't mean. Death, um, binding people, to block them or stop them from harming people. I would like to hit them where it hurts, and that's in the pocket sometimes because they're messing with your pockets. But these people are throwing stones or throwing boulders and hiding their hands, and they're not going to get away with it. It's a lot. It's the thing though that some of these earthly masters, some of these parents, some of these other people are working with these people against their own children to eliminate them and their seed from the earth because they fear your light or they fear that you are the ones that are the vampire slayers or the grim reapers of these certain types of beings or something like this. Like you can see them or you see things that other people don't see or maybe necessarily won't pay attention to or don't notice. So again, they are hunting down the children of God, and they are using their energy or their essence to create other beings and then use those beings even against them. It makes me think about something I was reading about the Native Americans and the Indians and how they would take them to like Europe or something like this, in different places or whatever, and then they would like at the age of 7 they would come into these villages and take these children that they laid with the women in the villages and had, and they would take them and then train them up. And I think it was one of the, I can't remember which warrior it was, but it was a Native American or an Indian warrior that they trained his child up and brought him back to end up ruining or killing his father, which then harmed the tribe. So there's nothing new under the sun, and I don't think there's nothing new above it. I just feel like these people have cycles and they have these things, these that they do over and over again, they really, I think that not the methods, but the time changes. You know what I'm saying? So back when they used the telegraph in order to defeat certain Indians, and I was shocked to see what year. I can't remember. I did an extensive video on it, but I forget what year it was. I didn't even really realize that people could communicate with any kind of telephones or telephone. Like I don't know. It's just I was amazed. But I feel like today it's going to be actually with the phone that's in your hand, or it's actually with something. But like I said, retina view. I'm pretty sure I'm under the impression. This is why I have nothing to hide, because I'm pretty sure I'm under the impression that somebody sees everything that I do for the past 3 years at least, right? I feel like it could be my whole life, but I think at least for the past 3 years, I've been aware of it. You get what I'm saying? So these people are teeing up, okay? They're waiting for you to respond or react or to rebuke or do something and try to act like they're not dealing with the Son of God. Even setting up things because these people know how to read the future, so that when I profess something, it's almost like it's going towards one of these masculine energies that can be using their energy or using the feminine energies around them to make it seem as though I am talking about these particular people because they have more of a following or they have more of a crowd or something like this. So yes, there are these particular witches and tarot readers that are working with these people, celebrities, politicians, regular everyday people, husbands, spouses. Because again, a lot of this is because it's a very selfish thing, because a lot of these people have done things, especially during this time of review or whatever this has been, this rapture or whatever this is. A lot of people have done things that they've been caught up doing. It's like, could you imagine? I mean, but then again, I'm like, let these people go. I wonder why again some people stay in my energy, because they fear or they really don't want these women. They're being pulled towards them in some kind of ill way. It's like these women trap them with like these something, but they're mad at me. You know what I'm saying? They're mad at me, or they want to take my power. That don't even make no sense, because some of these people can contest that me sending a prayer up or sending up energy to source can almost automatically release some of these masculine energies that are getting into these binds, but they refuse to feed back. They refuse to fuel. They refuse to give somebody their flowers. They refuse to, and nobody's waiting for it. I'm just saying, it's about survival, though, right? Because again, if nobody's doing this, so it makes it easier for these people. Like Queen Mary said, it makes it easier for them to kill her. And again, this killing is not that. This killing is like them taking, when they feel threatened, they take little notches, or they spy, or they do these things, or they plant things in your home, or spy on things that you're doing. Yeah, so like I've done like bottle things, like again, put like something in the freezer about protection or to block somebody. See, they're blocking me online, they're blocking me in other obstacles, and I will do something like that to protect myself. And it's so funny because it's like what was shown to me last night, and I don't think the devil made me do it. No, I think God told me to do it. I think the higher power is showing something, and it's also trapping these people, because there's certain things that are being done. It's like, how do these people know? See, unless they're in your house or they're using something in your house. So it basically proves a lot of times I'll do things a lot of times I'll do things knowing that these people are watching, and that already know like what the energy is, what somebody is trying to use against me, whether it's something mean that I say in my journal. And we know that even when it comes to different writings, they said that Jesus was up to like kind of bad things when he was young. Okay. So again, this could be a masculine energy in his naughty stage as a Christ or Yeshua energy, my twin or something. It could be me, you know. The Passion of Christ is about being angry about something. I feel like they gave us the narrative in the church so that we'll feel like, oh, just give it all up or release anger or something like this. But these people have to be very hostile to want to come and sneak into people's homes, to sneak in your vehicles, to sneak around and try to send people into your gates so that they can rape and pillage. Again, I'm just trying to figure out, where's the balance? The difference is these people are not the Son of God. I am. Or the Christ energy. I am. Okay? Me and this, whoever this masculine is. All right? And I don't know if he's on his best behavior or not, or whatever the fuck it is. But sometimes I feel like this person has been compromised sometimes. One of these individuals has been compromised in a sense. And now I feel like the script has been flipped. One of the masculines has gone down another road, and then the other masculine is maybe coming and ascending or moving back into something after being on that road. It's these same women. They see what they use for divination, they use different spell work or whatever that to see who your twins or who your soul siblings are or who these people are, and they go after them one after one. And like a Jezebel, harlot, succubus, incubus, covetous energy here. They get into the homes and then it festers. Like the masculine energies don't want to be there, but they don't. I don't think they really want. I think it's like sex magic or tantric sex or something like this that these people are using. Also, some of these people are getting wrapped up dealing with men that look like women. I mean, it ain't like it's a surprise or nothing, but these women at the lower ranks are a little bit more scandalous because, and if they're not so-called, actually one of the holy ones, not a holy one, but the holy ones, okay, at this time. Some people are waiting for your downfall because you used to do certain things or something like this, and they want you to go back into that energy. They're pushing and pushing to get you to get stressed out, to drink, to do this, to go out, to party, to hang out, to sleep with people, or whatever they're trying to get people to do here, or just break and start hating yourself, not liking yourself, not thinking that you're powerful, not thinking that you belong here. It's like they're telling you, they're like kicking you down on the ground and saying that this world is for the wicked. You have to find somewhere else to go. And no, you can't fight us back. It's like that. Like again, if we're talking about World War Z or zombie energy, is like cutting off the heads of these things. There's somebody that has the authority, especially I feel like there's also Levite energy here, okay? The power was invested in Yeshua or Christ to cast out demons. But they need to get public or society to see you as if you're not that energy, if you're not that son of God or whatever, or a son. Making things hard for you here on the 3D, 2D, or even blocking you out of the 5D because that's where they hide the ugly. Even doing things around you or something to give you projecting or things like this to give you the impression that you're doing something wrong or to super analyze yourself or talking about the man in the mirror. But these are the people that are doing these things, these messengers, some of these angels or fallen angels and whatever, they are the ones that are doing this. Like it's beyond like testing or something. Like these people are ridiculed and mocking, but it doesn't phase me really. But again, I feel like whatever that was, that like chill or something that came in my body when I was doing that video last night, I'm like, oh no, there are boundaries. Even when we're talking about these earthly parents or these living God energies or little G gods or something like this that are off doing something else and leaving people, because there's no really nowhere to hide. Where do you go? That it don't make no sense to me. I've always felt somewhat protected here, you know. Like again, my thing is too, like, and if your spouse is doing this, it's like almost like these people are waiting for somebody to kick them out or something like this. And like I said, I don't fear being here. I would like to test what it would be like to be here by myself because I feel like there's some type of attachment to, some people in the household that I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I think last year or the year before, I feel like I was going back and forth like to places to like settle my mind or something because something didn't feel right. But there was always a protecting spirit around the house, even when I was going through this ascension or this transition. But it's almost like lately somebody has a hold or have the hooks or some type of spell work or binding ritual on someone, all right, that's close to me. And I feel like this person has have to choose between me and the devil, and they chose the devil. But this person is still being looked at as in high society or something like this, as if they're like some kind of, nice person or good person. Like you're not seeing what you're seeing, or you don't know what you know because you're not super uber gifted. No matter if you know all the gifts or if you are that deep or you've gone that deep within to find these things, somebody wants me to accept a devil into my energetic field. Somebody wants me to allow a devil to try to use my identity. when it comes to some of these tarot readers. They've all got wrapped up in stealing this money. There's like lump sums of money that they've stolen from people, and they're all ganging up and working together because they all have their hands on this money. They can't kill somebody. So the only thing that they can do is continue to try to want you to off yourself, or something like this, but the shit don't work on me. I'll have the devil running in another direction. But I feel like it's the delicate nature of the woman or the womb or things that they're attacking. Like for me, can't no doctor just tell me that you need a hysterectomy or no shit like that. I want to be fully intact. It's like these people are saying, in order for you to get your inheritance, or in order for you to do this or be with God or do like this, because they have they've built firmaments with technology to block people from a certain energy source. And it's like, you have to lose something like whatever to gain something. But God's people have already lost so much from these infidels, from these heathens, from these traitors, from these demons. What else do you need to do? Like, I don't think like somebody wants you to lose your soul, bitch, and it ain't gonna be me. And I really do believe, y'all, if somebody tried to take my soul, bitch, I got another one. I really do believe. If somebody is trying to take my soul, it ain't even gonna make a difference because I've been made different, like custom designed. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna sell it, somebody gonna try to think of a ritual or a spell or something to take it, honey. These people are insane. These people are insane. These things are insane. But it's okay. We don't believe in burning at the stake in a certain kind of manner. Okay, they got these new people these days with these chips, you know. But these chips benefit these co-creators, or these people that took something that God made just right and tried to change it or alter it to weaponize human beings against each other, or different types of beings against each other. It's very obvious. Or this is something that, again, I'm being able to see on this level because like to see the trickery or the foolery. Because some of this stuff is them trying to play mind games on you, with projecting, okay, um, in order to make you seem some kind of way while the heat is on. I feel like there are these secret court cases that we were talking about last night that are going on, and they can try to prove that there's something wrong with you or you have a mental illness. These people are trying to get a conservatorship on you so that they can still they're vexing you, hexing you, binding you, trying to keep you trapped in some type of mental state or physical. But it's only because they want to continue to freely take your, like, some of you have already invested so much with these people that you may be billionaires. You should be billionaires, but they want to keep on trying to contain others and try to make them seem some kind of way so that these people can keep on getting rich off of your resources. You are just like the land that's underneath your feet. Matter of fact, I feel like these entities or these beings do, with their intricacies and industries, they do more work on digging in the human body and taking from your body your code, your makeup, your DNA, than they be digging in the ground. And now you have other foreign intelligence or energies here. Now you have whatever these things are, and some of these things that are making their way through Nine Gates or through the border, that have been made or created or calibrated. They're giving us with China, they're giving us the impression that we're talking about some metal dogs or something. If you guys have seen those militia of these metal dogs or these robots that can open up doors and walk in people's house and stuff like this, okay, they're giving you the impression of that. But some of these things that they've done have been like to Lucify. Have you seen that movie? Individuals, right? They can go through your records and see things, through your Akashic records, and instill them in themselves, and go through so that they can try to know the future, so they can act like God. A lot of this is because people don't want to get caught. Who want to be with somebody? These people, some of these twins look so sad. It's like they try to play me like being in my energy field. I can feel how you feel when you're in my energetic field. You can't fool me to make me think that it's something wrong with me or I'm rotten. You are crazy. To say that you're heartless or you're mean because these people play tricks and try to project energy and try to interfere with your energetic field, and then sit there and try to say that you are blocking them when it's really these witches that they bound themselves to. They don't understand why God was saying don't do that. They don't understand why I spent 2 years professing what was going to be happening here. They would even say that I'm casting the spells, but no, I was given this gift as an oracle and a messenger and a seer and a prophetess of God. But these people took it as, oh, I'm trying to control them or something like this, even though there was no controlling elements or aspects here. If anything, it's a pentagonal energy of a feminine energy like me. This is like, again, the protector of men. You're damaging the protector of men in Sekhmet, right? Never get, and when she gets too big and bad and she gets to doing the work that you want, then they try to condemn her and turn her into a house cat or trap her or get her pregnant or get her stuck or mammify or grammify. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's usury at its finest. These people have already been defeated, but they're festering in your court system. They're festering in your dentist's office when you're getting teeth pulled, and they're doing whatever else they're doing. They're festering in the hospitals. Now they've attached things on some of us to make it like we're elderly because we're the old world Indians or the pure blooded or the white ones. And so now they've attached things to your homes or your addresses, and they have these witches or tarot reader practitioners or other people that aren't on the scene. They may not even deal on the scene, but they're out there, and they're allowing these people have access, other beings and things like these, to have access to your vassal or your body. And your body could also be talking about your physical meat suit that you're in, or it could be talking about, the group of people that's your following. The first thing they do is sever that from some of us, mess up the algorithm, block people in your community or the indigenous community is what I was in, from dealing with me. But these people are still dealing with my materials and things like this. But they're acting as though they are the ones that came up with it and they made it up. Like all the 10 plus years that I put into what I was doing, into my craft, because I don't have a piece of paper. I told you guys, it's not going to matter if you have an LLC to protect your shit or not. People are still going to do it. And if somebody is doing good with it, or doing great or works, okay. But if you're trying to use something or whatever, or a spying technique to try to crush me or end me or kill me off, like what you could do spiritually. But again, these people, the main thing I feel that it is with a feminine energy like me, that's really masculine, thinks like kind of masculine, that could kind of like hold a candle to these other energies that may be masculine, but they really female on the inside. So they be acting like little bitches, all catty and everything, along with some of these very, I'm about to say, well, yeah, Mary. Okay, somebody's name could be Mary. These very feminine, um, other individuals that may be different. They may have chosen to change themselves. This is not people that didn't have a choice, but the ones that have chosen this, and then they hate themselves for what they did, because nobody talks about the numbers of people that regret having these different procedures. You see, nobody talks about the suicide rate with people that change their sex and they can't go back, and then now they don't like. You see what I'm saying? So these are a bunch of people that are confused as to sometimes who they are and how they want to be, but then they're coming after people that are standing in their full authentic energy to defile that. Like, you have the right to. You don't. And as soon as you do, you don't never know what somebody is going to do. And as soon as you turn that game on over here, the game can be played right back onto you. I feel like some of these gods, even like some of these reincarnated, like other type of gods, Egyptian, whatever, these different types of gods or something like this, they don't like, they don't like the shine either. It's like it's for everybody. These people don't like somebody's light or something like this, and so they are behind the scenes because maybe somebody didn't go as far as, or they didn't do it like you're doing it or something like this, and so they're critiquing everything that you do. It's just so weird. And there is no like, oh, here, come here, let me catch you with your when you fall. There is no more of those grandmas and stuff like that left. You know, it's like almost those grandma energies is somebody like me. But they have them looking up to these tarot readers that's giving them like desirous information that sounds good to their ear or something. Oh, somebody loves you, somebody's gonna come and pick, like, this is what they do all day. That's casting spell, that's spell work. So if anybody want to cast me out, again, I feel like Yeshua was using, or Jesus energy could have been using some type of tarot cards or images or something like this to describe, but it's not for everybody else. So again, if somebody's coming at me, that means you gotta cut, you gotta shut down the whole. You just then that means you gotta turn. Then that means that again, if somebody is allowed to use the cards, okay? Because I have proven that the tarot is in the Torah and the Torah is in the tarot, and everybody else gotta stop. That means then I need all my energy returned to me so I can do my work without being bothered. That means if a tarot reader is doing spell work and doing all this stuff and being protected by other official energies, the Vatican, the government, or whatever, because they are so jealous and so hateful and envious of the spirit of God on this planet, and they think that they not being seen. See, nobody was professing like this or saying it like this, I don't think, in the past. So it's not like right living energy. That's why I like dealing with the living Bible. It's not really making a big difference, but I'm just saying I just like that Bible the way that words are written in there. See, they don't want you to be up to date and right on with what they're talking about, using the same terminology that we're using today to combat right away what they're doing. Nobody wants to hear you say what they're doing. They can't believe that you've seen what they're doing, even though you don't even leave your house. But they'll use the fact that you don't leave your house and you don't want to be bothered with some of these energies. Again, it's not time right now. Some of us are being preserved up or set aside for a reason. But it should not be the choice of the very people that are inflicting or conflicting you to make it seem like God is not powerful, or there's no power in the word of God, or there's no power in the Holy Spirit. Look to these other people, okay, that are in the likeness of the Holy Spirit. I feel like that was an abomination. I feel like whatever that was, because everybody can't do something like somebody does. And even just because somebody's getting a download, I do not like that word, because that means that these people are chipped and they're going into your energy or your Akashic record and searching your records to see what your future is and what you're supposed to, speeches or different messages that you're supposed to be giving. These people are twisting them up and giving them, but also making it look like you're the bad guy. It's so ridiculous. But I see all things that source want me to see. Some of these people see all things in general, but I feel like these are the AI versions. Not to say that they're bad, but I'm just saying that they see in that light because they're tapped in, or they have been, altered or something in some kind of way. They don't want to wait. Some of these people might feel guilty about giving that energy off, because now these people are turning around and defeating angelic beings, vilifying certain energies that are supposed to be angelic. Because somebody, there could be a father figure or something that didn't want it to come from me. They wanted to hear it from anybody but me. And now this person don't look so well off for allowing these people, like cracking the code or cracking open my dome or something, and allowing people in that are going to be there, and they're making it seem like you're cursed or God don't want you to have that. And that's why, no, bitch, you a witch, and you're somebody that uses mind control, and you have gifts, and you're using them to foresee people's future or what gifts are coming to them, and you're making sure that you have something aligned with the court systems and all of this so that you can get your grubby little hands on it. It's so disgusting. These are best friends, mothers, fathers, clones of theirs. All this other shit is ridiculous. These are people that hate your guts, but some of them have maybe splice genes with yours or something like this. Okay, when it comes to some of these star seed children or these millennials or these other entities or these other people, they've taken an oath of silence or something like this. I have not. There's nothing that's going to be containing me on this planet when it comes to combating what these people are doing. I was created to do that, but somebody is saying created to burn, but no, the fire is going to be sent right back towards these people. I'm not no punk. I'm a warrior, motherfucking God or Jesus or Christ energy. And I'm coming for your ass. If I can't get my hands on you, then I'll use something else. And that's where I feel like this priestlyhood of Levites that are able to speak and prophesy things. But again, they have to get people um, not to support you or something like this, so that you can feel alone and weak. And while these people are sucking on your energy and trying to suck you dry, you just look like a depleted person that don't belong on this earth. Oh, this person isn't producing anything and da da da. But they're doing this because in real time they're doing the spell work right there. These are weavers in the reverse. Things like this. They cannot stand it. Some of us supposed to been dead already. They didn't like the Gnostics. That's why they killed them. Or you a know it all. Well, no, obviously you do, because you know more about me than I know about myself. It's seemingly so that you know more about me than you know about yourself. These are people that will watch a masculine energy in a group of people beat up or abuse or cut at a woman or something like this, that is just doing her work or trying to be, say nobody is innocent, but I'm just saying, trying to be on a straight and narrow path, maybe even verging off here and there a little bit, right? But they are people are watching people do this to others, and they don't think that they're sick in the head for not taking this information to, you know what I'm saying, to officials. But are they? And nothing's happening because these officials and police and all these other people, even the policing people in the community, these they've turned witches into Supreme Court justices. And that's why nobody that is righteous is getting is this what they've done over and over again, and I'm able to see these things and put them together. And that's why they don't like me, because they thought they would get me to do something like this so that then I could be on their team, or they can hold that over my head. And if not, they'll try to force something or plant something or do something on you or to you. I said these people are sick, y'all. These people are sick. A lot of these witches, they sit there all night long and sit there and do these tarot readings, and they drunk, they slurring, they bite, they can't even what was I gonna say? How about to say Biden? Why the hell was I about to say Biden? I don't know. But anyways, um, they can't even hold their head up straight. Okay? And you know that person is full of spirits and energies. And if they also pulling on other people's energy and messing around in other people's energy, especially the righteous ones, you know what kind of I just can't. Especially if you there for this as a treat. And you're like, oh yeah, girl. You're a part of the problem. A lot of times I'm just there to observe. I already know the things, or as people are speaking, my mind translates. It's like my mind is a translator, dude. I can translate what somebody is saying when they're speaking. I just can't wait until these people are obliterated off of the planet. And then somebody want to make you feel bad because they created something to destroy you, and you telling them, look at what you've done. And then they telling you, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at the man in the mirror. I see the man or the woman in the mirror. And everybody can make changes, but I also see the people on the other side of the mirror that are looking at me, or using mirror magic or something like this to spy. Yeah, this same technology, I feel like, again, that somebody was creating to take me down, but then they started to see something about me, and then now they shared this with these other people, and now these people are using it against some of these people that are elevated statuses. They showed these people how to use these things. It's a shame. I'm gonna go in the Bible and see what it says about spell work or casting, because Jesus was casting. So people cast spells, so Jesus was casting out demons. It's almost like fighting fire with fire or something like this. You know, there's a lot of creature, like a lot of superheroes, and then a lot of also like people that are avengers or slayers of demons or whatever. They usually have some type of something that they use, a gift or some type of cane or some kind of wand. It's so funny, man, because that picture that I put up on Instagram under Shay underscore seeking, what I see, right? But I feel like somebody's trying to create a narrative too, or even test me. And then I was sitting here watching this little clip of Grimm or whatever, and this guy was sitting there with this staff or this wand, right? And he was like, she somebody is showing him. Now you have to be able to elaborate and see it how you want to see it, because a lot of things is trickery there. You see what I'm saying? Like somebody could be calling that wand in that episode that turned to a serpent in that girl's hand and bit her in the neck. Somebody could calling that one thing, but it could have also been something. You get what I'm saying? So it's something about the Page of Wands is sitting out in my mind right now. That it was heavy last night when I was doing that read about the Page of Wands. I think that was one of the first cards out when we started to reiterate, if I'm not mistaken. So again, it's like these things are showing up in my read before, and then I'll go sit down and chill or watch TV or something like this, and then they're showing up in my feed in different biblical scriptures, in different um, things that I'm seeing, different things that other so-called readers are seeing, or it's showing up later on in like an episode or something of something. But I think that there's something to do with the media or certain movies or certain shows or something like this. But you have to be careful because there's little twists in there that can make it seem some kind of way. I don't know why. Because we were doing the Page of Wands, and then I looked up and I seen that serpent, that ill thing, okay? That ill card. And if you go back in that video, it's kind of like display. And then I shared this video on my Facebook. They blocked me on Facebook though now. Again, they keep on blocking it. That came out in the read too, that they were going to do it or that they had done it. But it's just because of this. It's like some guy did a video on some witchcraft and Beyonce or something like this, and they ended up blocking him off YouTube for like a week or something like this. It's a shame. And I say, like, again, to cut off the heads of these demons, to remove their powers, remove them, to bind them to the pit, to bind them to hell and to the day of judgment. I don't care who it is. I don't look at nobody as better than me. I don't care how much money or fame you have. I know what I know. And I feel like this is the energy, this is the feminine energy that I'm fighting up against for sometimes. I feel like it could have been a partner thing. I think somebody went wrong. Again, this could be one of the I look at these people as star or kind of angelic or militia, or angels are militia of God or whatever. They could be good or bad or whatever. But I look at these are the ones that were kept the closest eye on me at some point in time with that energy. Like I pick up on energy, not the people, but their energy. And I feel like jealousy has taken a toll on someone. It's almost like if they can't get you, then they want whatever else you have, your children, your spouse, your whatever this is, to be under their dominion. Because they want somebody to be alone. This is how I know that they've created firmaments to block out people from God and allow things to happen and then show an altered version of something to God. Because if God can see everybody every single time at all the seconds of the day, he wouldn't need angels and messengers to go to relay these things. So again, the way that we see God, or the way that they hyped it up in church to make you think it's like some kind of like God just sitting there with his eyes on every single person in the world all day to stop these things. No, things still have, death have to occur. There's a certain number of people that have to die. I'm thinking whatever God is doing, the devil is doing it. So if God is preserving his people so that they don't die, you best believe that these devil energies in science, in NASA, in technology are creating these demon things to not die. That's why they think they so bad. Yeah. And then it's hard to detect. You got back rooms where people are. I mean, it's easy to see when if you really analyze it, but I'm just saying. You got whole cowardly men. This is a world being run by cowardly men. They're so afraid of a feminine energy being of high power or high born or something like this, that these people are doing all this ridiculousness, making ties and treaties and stuff like this, and digging themselves more and more in, not wanting to face the fact. It's almost like this always been this an old trait that I remember of Taurus that did not like for me to be right. He comes from a very intelligent family. And I feel like they just looked at me as like a birthing mama or something for the children or something like this at some point in time. Maybe with a term of endearment here or there or something like that, but really like a fool, like somebody's ignorant or something like this. And it's almost like sometimes I feel like the energy that sits on these people, when he said they looked up at the cross and looked up at the man and said, surely this is the Son of God. That's a lie. Some family has had, there's energetic things or swept under the rug that are attached to a family that have been, that has not, I wouldn't say physically captured, but has been using something here to capture the Son of God, to seem as though they are God. They're feeding off somebody's energy here. They could be dealing with a Lord God. They may be the son of a Lord God, but this is like a son of a Lord God marrying God, bitch, and taking over the empire secretly from a goddess or a Khaleesi or something like this that's supposed to be in charge right now. And they're using everything that they have, their laws and lies and everything to try to keep somebody off of a throne. A lack of knowledge of who we are. They have been using some type of technology to block somebody from their own self. And if some of these people are earth angels or angelic beings, they have fallen. I have taken them down. One person singing single-handedly, whether the things have been spoken or not. Your thoughts ain't even private. I don't have to make a damn thing up. This could be the masculine energy that was taken from me, that again, or somebody that would have been connected to them, that has been with me, or a higher power or God. I keep hearing I'm in the Father and the Father is in me. So there could be a God energy that's in me this whole time, that know each page or led me to each thing or something that I researched or something like this, to be able to have these tools or this whatever, this knowledge or whatever, to fight today. But to move forward, these people want somebody on a square or something like this, or a cube, and not to be able to move forward. There's gifts and things. There's things that's supposed to be given to me to be able to further my journey. But they want to keep it away, or they want to say, oh, bow down to me in order to get it. No, it's not going to happen. There's people that look so well off, they're not even worthy to be in my presence. People have taken all the evil and all the wicked and all the narcissistic blood and mixed it up with these people and put them in a heightened position and fooled the people. They have fooled the people. And now the people are going to have to deal with it. But I'm guessing if the whole thing is almost like that movie where all the people were turned into vampires, like the whole thing is that way, then I guess it really won't matter then. I know that I'm picking up on these energies of these. Some people get angry or something like this, and these women know that they know that they're doing this. They know that they're blocking off masculines from feminines and stuff like this, and they know that at some time you're gonna get sad or they're gonna get angry, and it's gonna keep on causing like a collide every time when a message or something comes in, or something is creating like some type of collide here. But I feel like it's gonna backfire, and these people are gonna start seeing these things for what they are and taking them right off at the head. They have permission. They have permission to take their heads right off their bodies. and then return whatever goods and services they've taken from somebody. They have the right to cut off the head of these demons in the middle of the night, these women, and take their shit back, whatever that's been taken from them. It's their birthright, and free themselves from these things. I don't even know why it just made me think about something that have to do with some other kind of. But I'm just thinking. I don't know why I just thought about that elements for the same thing. Like, but I feel like again, there's something about. I keep hearing this ground is holy or something like this. But I'm also hearing that maybe this why those Talmudic energies and stuff like this, these Jews, they say that they have this kind of way that they do to kill people without doing it with their own hands or something. And I'm wondering if even when it comes to certain bloodlines or certain people, like when it comes to royals and stuff like this, why they had guards and stuff to take care of their dirty work. But I feel like there is a urge. There is that urge, like a Mary or something that I, you know, would like to take care of myself. I feel like a lot of people are hiding things. It's almost like, do you punish the ones that have been possessed by these beings, like your spouses and your children and things like this? Or do you go right straight to the head of the thing and take it off? The serpents or whatever. Like, I don't wake up with cruel intentions on my mind every day or throughout the day. When I see some of these disgusting things that these beings are doing, cruel intentions can, like I said, I'm 99% good, sweet, cool. But I'm also a feminine energy that's on this planet to protect. But I'm thinking, protect what? Protect what at this point? It's ridiculous, actually, to me. But it's whatever. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a change in atonement or something this coming spring. I guess we'll have to see. Anyhow, take care. Bye.